So to kind of like jump a little bit, you also talk about how, so you're the oldest of two sisters, right? Or three total. So you're older of two. Um, but you call yourself the period expert. And so what does this mean? And like how does this play into your role?
I guess the running overarching theme when I think about all my passions is just pure admiration for the female body. Um, and so when I was 12 when I got my first period, I wasn't the first person in my class. A couple other people had gotten it, and it was just always a space of me being really excited about it. And I remember my mom came home with books. I think I even have one of them here on my shelf. It was like the period book, and it was animated and it was illustrated. And, actually when I got my period and I brought the book down to show it to my mom's friends, because she was pregnant at the time, I showed them the book, and there was like a picture of the anatomy of, your vagina, your vulva, and all of that. And these grown women who already had kids were a little bit appalled. They were like, wow, this is really graphic.
Mm.
This image of the female body. And I mean, I didn't think about that because my mom was just like, here's the book. If you have any questions, let me know. But I didn't really have any because I had my friends and I had the book. And just hearing that these grown women had such a visceral response to just a picture, even though the rest of the book was very age appropriately written, was something that kind of stuck away in my head. And since then, I've just been enamored in terms of learning more about the human body, the female body, periods. And so I was always that person in my friendship group who knew more than the rest of them about your period, about when to know it was coming, what to do, different life hacks and tips. I remember my best friend, she didn't have that close of a relationship with her mom to talk about her period. But when I talked to her about it, she actually had a better relationship with her dad. And so he was the one who went out and got her first pads. But her first period experience was less, I guess, embarrassing, which it shouldn't even be, but embarrassing because I told her, if you ever run out of pads, just keep extra socks in your backpack, because I had read that somewhere. And so she like this clean pair of socks in her backpack just in case, because, in case you brought up a pad when you're 11, you're going to get made fun of. So that kind of saved her on her first day. And so just little things like that my friends would come to me for, which has now evolved to friends and clients coming to me about fertility, how to optimize your hormones, the connection with your hormones and the moon and the seasons of life and the planet, and just everything being so connected. That's what I mean when I say I'm the period expert. I'm just so passionate about this and truly see the intricate connections with our cyclical nature. It's like when you see it, you can't unsee it. And when you see it and when you practice it and you practice awareness around it, you're living the life that you're living gets elevated to a level where it's just, things don't have to be as hard. You find yourself being in right relationship with your body as opposed to constantly fighting and having to lean in and be more like a guy, a man. Well, we're women, we're females, we're feminine, and we do all have both, but it's okay to lean into that feminine energy and that cyclical nature. We're not crazy. We're actually very predictable on a cyclical level. And so, yeah, I'm just doing a lot of research and practice around that.